Cam Taylor-Britt, like, we got to have a conversation. He's been saying that he knows he's ass and he knows he needs to step up for like 2 years now. The dude, go ahead. No,
No, just like, so you need to step up. Like, you
no,
can't
step up. Just step up. Like, hey, football fans, welcome back to the Bengal and Goliath, a show in which we are excited to bring to you about our teams, the Bengals and the Giants, and yeah.
To week 6, talk about the Giants week 6, the Bengals week 6, talk about a little bit around the NFL, and then we might touch on some other sports.
Cool. All right. Let's do it.
With the 5th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Cincinnati Bengals select
Welcome to The Jungle and the Meadow, the preview in which we talk about the Bengals' performances and the Giants' performances. Trevor, because the Giants were on Thursday Night Football, I say you get the honor of going first. Go ahead and start us off.
So, the Giants, great game. Just all around a very good game. I feel like everyone did their part. We played as a team. We looked like a team. I really have no like big things to be upset about. I mean, we beat the Super Bowl champs, the defending Super Bowl champs. We scored.
You BTA, like you killed them.
It was a pretty good win. It was the most happy I've been since we won the wild card game with Daniel Jones and Saquon Barkley. The only things, if I had to knock anything, Shane Bowen needs to rush 5 at all times. Our secondary is terrible. Whether we rush 3 or we rush 6, our secondary is still going to be terrible. So you might as well make the QB get it out fast. Put where we put our money. We put all our money into our D-line. Put them on the field and let them get after the QB. I feel like when we did that, we were great. I had no complaints. And then Mike Kafka, he just tries to get a little cute sometimes. You've got a rookie quarterback, a rookie running back, and you really only have one really solid offensive lineman. The rest are honestly sort of young. And then you have like undrafted free agent wide receivers. Stick to basic stuff. Let Jackson Dart do his thing. Jackson Dart was 9 for 14 with 108 yards and a touchdown against the Blitz on Thursday Night Football and 109 passer rating.
Yeah, he looked good in the pocket. That's for sure.
His pocket awareness is unbelievable, especially for a rookie, especially for his age. That's probably my most impressed thing about him that I like. It's his pocket presence. He's great in the pocket, and I love watching him move around. And sometimes I think he's gonna get sacked, but our O-line's actually been pretty good and gave him a little bit of extra time that I didn't think we knew how to do. Andrew Thomas, big part of that. He's the only left tackle with no sacks or QB hits allowed.
Whoa, I didn't know that.
He's the only left tackle with no sacks or QB hits allowed.
How's that make you feel, bro?
Oh, it makes me feel great knowing that Jackson Dart's blind side is covered. He's also number 1 in pass blocking efficiency. Of all, I think it's left tackles. It might be all offensive tackles, but I want to just say left tackles because I know that is factual.
Yeah, no, he looked great. Andrew Thomas looks great, and Jackson Dart looks great.
They've been great. Get to our defensive side. We were able to hold the Eagles to 17 points. Brian Burns, it's where it starts. He's the DPOY right now. He's the highest rated.
Brian Burns.
He's the highest rated defender on PFF's grade. All defenders. That's Pat Surtain. That's TJ Watt. That's the Bosa's. That's Fred Warner. Sorry, Fred Warner. I know you went down.
Too soon.
Best defensive player grade-wise. I think he's T3 for sacks. He's first in sack yards lost. So even though he's not first, when he sacks them, they're behind the line. It's putting a hit on their drive. It's hurting them. And then I know he's top 5 in QB hits. I think he has 11. So he gets after it. And that's another reason we need to rush 5. If we can get Brian Burns in one-on-one situations, we can get even Abdul Carter. Abdul Carter is top 12, top 15 in the league in pressure percentage, pressure rate. Like, we can get those guys, even Kayvon. Kayvon's having a really, really solid year. And then if we start getting Dexter and more one-on-ones, like these names, everyone knows these names I'm saying. We have a studded defensive line. Get them in one-on-ones because I know no one's offensive line, even the Eagles, which I know they're a little banged up, but they've been known to have a really good offensive line. They couldn't hold our D-line. Our D-line got after Jalen Hurts, and we made him look like a high school quarterback.
Yeah, is it time we have a conversation about Jalen Hurts?
I've never been a Jalen Hurts fan. I hope that this game opens people's eyes. He was very poor in a game where Saquon got shut down. Besides the first 2 plays, thanks Giants for letting him come in and give us 30 yards in 2 plays. Saquon got shut down. He had to throw the ball down the field because we were scoring, running the score up on him, and he couldn't do it. They got down to the red zone. He waited way too long on an out route. Cordell Flott picks it, goes the other way with it.
Yeah. What do you think of Brian Dable? What's your thoughts? Do you like him?
I do like Dable. I like the energy he brings. He's a very players first coach, so I like that about him. And I don't think he's a bad coach. I do think he was put in some bad instances. I just think he tried to use Daniel Jones in ways that Daniel Jones just didn't fit. It worked for a while. People like we first year with Dable take us to the playoffs. People didn't really know that Daniel Jones was good rushing the ball and getting him out of the pocket, and we used that to our advantage, and it looked really good. And then once he started, the next year, trying to do the same exact stuff, people were just ready for it. And then I don't know if it's a Dable thing, if it was an OC thing, if it was a Daniel Jones thing, but he couldn't change. It's like we stuck him in that way and he couldn't change. So he wasn't going to work here. I don't know if Dart's going to be that way. I don't know if he's going to be really good this year. Everyone's going to come back next year and it's going to be Daniel Jones 2.0. But right now, I'm pleased with Dable. We had a rookie quarterback, rookie running back. We had Lil Jordan Humphrey, Gunnar Olszewski, Jalen Hyatt. That was our weapons against the Eagles, and we beat them. We doubled their score. So I can't really say that I'm mad at Dable in any way. The only thing I would be mad at Dable for is starting Russ.
I might have one more thing. I have a question from Thursday night that I had to bring up because it was. Do you remember when the Eagles had the ball and the play clock was expiring and Brian Dable called a timeout and the Eagles didn't get to delay a game?
Yes. I said in the middle of that game, I was very mad. I got irate. Giving them that opportunity is just silly. It's a dumb thing. My guess is they were out of position and Dable or someone in the box saw Philly's lineup and thought for sure that play was going to break something. So if you have to, take a timeout to guarantee that you're not going to give up a touchdown, I'm okay with it to an extent. They didn't score, so I can't really fault him. They ended up stopping them. If they would have scored, different conversation.
Yeah, for sure.
Still not pleased with it, but I can't really be mad at it because it did work.
Right.
Cam Scatterbo is the last thing I want to talk about. The dude is an animal.
Dog. He's a dog.
He's an animal. I think right now you could make the argument he is the best short yardage back. I know you kind of disagree with that to an extent, but I think you have a 3rd and 2, a 3rd and 3. You feel like you need to run it. I think he's the guy you want. He took Zach Bond, who was an all-pro last year. He was, one of the best linebackers going into this year. 2 different times, he ran through him. First time was to get a second down conversion or a third down conversion. The second time was on a 1st and goal or it was 1.5 yards to go. Zach Bond wraps him up at the line of scrimmage and Scatterbo just plowed through him. He wasn't even there. He's unreal. I don't know how long he's going to be alive to play for us, but while he is, I would love to have him here. He's been great.
No, he's a dog, that's for sure. The only other things I wanted to add, you talked about it. When the Giants rush 5, they look great. And yeah, I don't really know what to say about Jalen Hurts. I don't know. He won a Super Bowl. He won a Super Bowl, so I can't say too much, but I don't know.
He's got the weapons. He should be. He's got Saquon Barkley. He's got A.J. Brown. He's got Devonta Smith. He's got Jahan Dotson, who's right now Dotson would be wide receiver 2 on the Giants, maybe wide receiver 1. It's between him and Wandell. So like, if Dart can do what he's doing with his weapons, Jalen Hurts should definitely be able to do just as good with his weapons.
For sure. Yeah. Well, have you covered everything for the Giants?
I did. I do want to add one thing. There's rumors going around about trading for a wide receiver. Go do it. Like, go get that wide.
Please.
Let him get some experience with Jackson Dart while Malik's out. Malik comes back next year. Let's just say Chris Olave. Let's just say that's the name. Then next year you have Chris Olave, who had 8 to 10 weeks with Dart. You got Neighbors. You got Wandell. Like, that's a good wide receiving core. You're going to have probably a top 10 running back, top 12 running back, and Scatterbo returning, barring anything that bad happens. And then go draft some secondary. If we can make the funds work, go sign another cornerback. Like, you have an edge rusher who looks like he could be a beast in the league for a long time. You have a quarterback who looks like he's legit, and you have a running back who looks like he can give you 2 to 4 solid years of hard-nosed football. Go win now. Like, we have until 2027, 2028 to do something with these young guys. Go do it. Like, Burns is extended out through 28. Jackson Dart, Abdul Carter is through 29. I know, like, Dexter, a couple of our Javon Holland, like, they're all 27, 28. Like, we got a couple years, but we got to do some stuff now.
So, give me your rankings of NFC East quarterbacks.
Jalen Hurts is at the bottom. I think Jalen Hurts is the worst quarterback in the NFC East right now. I don't think anyone could really argue against that at this moment. Personally, I would say, especially after watching Monday Night Football, I would say it's Dak, Dart, Daniels, then Hurts.
You think Dak and Dart are better than Daniels?
I do. I think Dak is definitely better. Dart, it's probably a little bit of bias. I think Dak is the best pure quarterback in the NFC East. I know Daniels can rush, but without Daniels, the Commanders, I think, look just as good as they looked last night. Like, Mariota was having them in games. I think.
I mean, it's hard to argue. I mean, I think Jaden Daniels is really good, but I mean, you make a good point. They do look good even when he's out.
My lock is Jalen Hurts at 4. You could really put the other 3 in any order. Besides, I mean, Dart's not the best, but you could put Daniels at 1. You could put Dak at 1, and I'm there with you. But Jalen Hurts isn't the worst quarterback in the NFC East.
All right, and last thing before we move on, I've got a blind resume for you. All right. Okay. Option 1, running backs. Okay. Option 1, 200 in the past 3 games. 236 rush yards, 4 yards per carry, and 3 touchdowns. Okay. Option 2, 131 rush yards, 3.5 yards per carry, 1 touchdown. Who you taking?
It's option number 1.
Option number 1 is Cam Scatterbo.
And I think
option number 2.
I guess Saquon Barkley.
Saquon Barkley. I just wanted to see it. I just wanted to put it out there. All right. Hey, solid performance by the Giants. Very good. Shocked a lot of people. You got to be excited about it. Very happy. Who's your next opponent? How are you feeling?
Got the Denver Broncos. I think that's going to be a tough one. I think we match up similarly in a lot of aspects. Like, their defense is what wins them games. I know our offense is cooking right now, but we put our money in our defense. Our defensive line is what's going to take us as far. Like, they're going to carry us as far as they can. I think it's going to come down to a lot of if our D-line can get pressures and if Andrew Thomas can slow down Nick Bonito. I think if Brian Burns is not DPOY, it's Nick Bonito. He's right there with him. He's a great rusher. But if Andrew Thomas can stay on his game, if he can keep Nick Bonito out of the backfield, then you're going to give Dart a lot of time. I know their cornerbacks are good. They still have a good secondary. But if we can get to 20 points, like if we can get around that 20-point round, 3 touchdowns, 2 touchdowns, a field goal, a couple field goals, I feel confident knowing that the Jets defense is able to hold them to 13 and then like their offense has been a little wavery. Like it hasn't been super strong. So I have faith in our defense. I think if we can get that 20-point mark, I feel confident. If we can score 20 on that Broncos defense. After that Eagles win, it's hard to not be confident no matter who you're playing. Like it's hard to go into a game and be like, yeah, I don't feel good. Because the Eagles are a great team.
For sure.
I'm not like worried, but I feel amazing because they have a good team and they have a team that's definitely like has aspirations of playoffs this year. So I think it'll be a good game.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. Should be a good one. All right, we'll wrap up with the Giants part, the Meadow part. We're going to go ahead and go over to the Jungle. Let's check on the Bengals. Welcome back. This is the Jungle side of the Jungle and the Meadow. I wanted to talk about the Bengals. I just wanted to start it off by saying that Zach Taylor still being the play caller after this game is it's so frustrating. It's so frustrating. The first drive, it started off with, I think, an end around to Jamar Chase. I can't remember, but Jamar Chase had a rush. He didn't get anywhere. And then Samaje Perine had a rush, didn't get anywhere. And then they ran a check down on 3rd and long. This is the 4th week in a row in which the Bengals did not score a touchdown in the first half. Now, I know a lot of Packers fans were probably watching this game thinking, like, the Bengals are, like, kind of in it because we were only down, like, 10-0 at halftime, I think. Joe Flacco, I mean, I'll get to Joe Flacco in a minute, but when you don't show up in the first half, you just hinder yourself for the rest of the game. If you expect to win football games in the NFL, you can't lay down in the first half and just completely let the clock run out. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. What team approaches an NFL game and says for the first 2 quarters, we're going to do fuck all and wait for the 3rd quarter to start and then try and start scoring? Because that's what the Bengals do every single week, and it's so frustrating. It's frustrating.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be tough. I think your situation is hard because you bring in Joe Flacco, you have like some sort of hope, like it brings some sort of like maybe this will change things, and then the second half changed a little bit, but really in that first half, it just felt like you were watching Week 3 Bengals football with Jake Browning at the helm, which speaks so highly.
I hate hearing his name. I hate it.
It speaks so strongly of how Zach Taylor just needs to fix his game planning. If Joe Flacco in the first half like doesn't look better than Jake Browning, because everyone knows Joe Flacco is a better quarterback than Jake Browning. Like everyone
100%.
And
100%.
He looked exactly the same, which shows that it's Zach Taylor's game planning. Someone made changes at halftime. I don't know if it was Zach. I don't know if it was Joe. I don't know who did it. Someone made some changes, and it did look a lot better.
Yeah, I know there was a report that Jamar Chase literally called an audible. He was the one that called an audible, so maybe they all hate Zach Taylor's play calling. Yeah, maybe it's not just the fans, but yeah, that's one thing. And then the defense is tough because the defense honestly played quite well in the first half. They kind of kept us in it, and then the second half they gave up some big touchdowns, and Josh Jacobs kind of had his way with the team. Cam Taylor-Britt, like, we got to have a conversation. He's been saying that he knows he's ass and he knows he needs to step up for like 2 years now. The dude, go ahead.
No, just like, so you need to step up. Like,
step up. Just step up. Like, you get burnt. Like, Charlie Goldsmith literally tweeted it. Teams are running game plans of throwing on Cam Taylor-Britt on deep shots because he can't cover it. It's just unfathomable. He's unbelievable. And then if you want to, like, the Bengals defense is an issue in itself because take your captain linebacker, Logan Wilson, who is getting benched because he can't make tackles. What does that say about your defense? If you're benching your starting linebacker because he can't make tackles, that says everything you need to know about how this defense has been playing.
100%. I think that looking at it from more of a little bit of a Packers standpoint to show how good your defense played. I think the Packers came into this as like a get right game. Like the Packers can't, you lost to Joe Flacco. This team kind of put you down, come back, get right. And the Bengals defense, I think, did pretty much everything they could Like I know that Josh Jacobs had a little bit of a fun second half, but you made it not a get back game and you made it not a get right game, and you just kind of held them at bay and made them probably question what they need to do in the coming weeks. So I think your defense, I know it's had its troubles. I know Cam Taylor-Britt didn't look good, and I know it didn't look good at times.
Never looks good.
But I think if you're a Bengals fan, you have to at least have hope that this there was change in the Bengals defense after this game.
Oh, for sure. Like right out of this, I mean, DJ Turner played incredible. I mean, it was like he was making plays everywhere. I felt like the announcers every time were like, DJ Turner with the tackle, and I'm like, that's good to see him stepping up. And then even the offense, like coming out of the second half, they had an incredible drive. It was like 8 minutes off the clock or something. They drove all the way down the field, and they get down to the goal line, and there's a false start at the 1 yard line. And you're like, here we go, same old shit, same old Bengals offense. And then they immediately give up a sack, and I'm like, we just have first and goal at the 1, and now we have second and goal at the wherever they were, probably like the 15 or something. And you're thinking, okay, here it comes. They're going to lay down, basically do nothing for 2 plays, and then kick a field goal. And then Tanner Hudson catches that touchdown from Flacco in the back of the end zone, and it's like, that's the difference. Joe Flacco's going to make a play like that. Jake Browning's not. And it was nice to see them come out and score a touchdown like that out of the second.
Yeah. As a Bengals fan watching this game, do you feel like I felt like watching this game, I felt like the wide receivers and Jamar and T, there was a few plays that they kind of willed into happening. Do you feel like they're just going to be able to keep doing that to give you guys chances, or do you think that was more of had a good game, was feeling good type of situation?
I mean, to some extent, like, they're incredible wide receivers, and they're going to make those plays. But that's the thing is, like, with Flacco, he's going to try and get them the ball. Jake Browning, I can't even describe to you what he was doing at quarterback, because it's like, how can you come into an offense that has those weapons and just not even try and get, like, it's unbelievable. Jamar Chase, you could hear him in the post-game press conferences, he was literally talking about, I'm always open. Like, get me the fucking ball. I'm always open. And it's just like, we got a quarterback that's going to at least try to get them the ball. Speaking of Jamar Chase, that touchdown he had was fucking awesome.
It might be the best touchdown catch of the week.
It was crazy. It was PI, which I don't even know how that didn't even get called. But just like, it just shows that, like, throw the ball to him. The dude's going to make a play. Like, he's incredible. He's so much fun to watch. Yoshivas, 3 drops, very concerning. Very concerning. Do you start giving Jermaine Burton some plays? Do you try and get Mitchell Tinsley? Like, I think Yoshivas is fine, but 3 drops is pretty inexcusable, especially when you're like a bare minimum wide receiver 3.
And like, I think 2 of them, I know for sure 1 I could like vividly remember, but I think 2 were like I could at least catch it. I don't know if I'm going anywhere, but like right. I could have came down with the ball.
I know. Yeah, it was frustrating. So yeah, it's just frustrating. It's frustrating just for the team to like be willing to lose every single week. It doesn't ever seem like they make steps to move forward. I think that trading for Flacco was an incredible step forward in terms of the offense. And you could see it. It was clear. But in a sense of, like, I don't know what they game plan for. The play calling still looks like shit. I just don't see them coming into a week prepared and ready to, like, shock. It's like every week it's just like, do you know how much it sucks for people to come up to you, or not even to come up to you, just to be like, look at their schedule, see the Bengals as an upcoming opponent, and immediately chalk it as a win? Like, come on. You are a professional. The Falcons just got their asses kicked by the Panthers 30-0 last week, and they come out and they beat the Bills. The Bengals, they're not going to do that. They sit down and they're willing to just lose every single week, and you never see anything out of them that makes you think otherwise. And it's just so frustrating.
100%. I think the one thing you can like sit back, like you're saying, they're chalking it as a loss, and it sucks right now. As a Giants fan, they did that for like years on us. Whereas you guys, at least you do have Joe Burrow coming back. Like, there is a light. It's far in the tunnel. It's down there, but there's a light. Like, there's times when teams that are the chalk it as a win team, there's no light, and you have no idea when you're gonna get out of it.
Yeah,
so
that's true. I know. I gotta be. I'm trying.
You're doing great.
Appreciate that. Well, we got Steelers on Thursday Night Football. I'm nervous. I just think that's another loss. It's just like, unless we're playing some, like, I don't even know, like, we could play the Jets and I wouldn't feel confident we're going to get a win right now. The defense absolutely sucks. And I just think that pass rush, the Steelers defense is really tough. And I just don't know if our offense is going to be able to have the capabilities to get past it. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I hope they can make some improvements and change some stuff. But I want to be excited about Bengals football, and they haven't made it very possible right now.
I do think the Steelers game, like I know like Jets or Saints might be like the most ideal like kind of get right game that the Bengals could have. But if you were gonna have some sort of game, I feel like Steelers or even like Browns, Ravens, just someone in the division has a little bit of a rivalry, makes it a little bit harder for a team to just pull away. It gives me more of hope that it could be fighter's chance. Like make it a close game, see what Flacco can do.
Hey, fingers crossed. That's all I can say. Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Hello? Dude, the Cowboys still suck.
Next segment we've got is Around the League, covering a bunch of, the sports scores from the NFL, kind of big plays, some stuff we wanted to talk about. So I'll go ahead and kickstart it with arguably one of the best players of the week, Rico Dowdle. I mean, the dude has turned it around. 239 yards from scrimmage. He had 183 rushing yards and a touchdown. Dude's been insane.
He's been an animal, and it makes you wonder, is Chuba like done? Because if you're Dave Canales, you can't justify not giving Rico Dowdle at least the heavier load. Like, you can't bring Chuba Hubbard back and put him in his role. Like, Rico Dowdle's got to be getting 70% of the touches, probably even 80, until he falls off this mountain, if he ever does.
No, for sure. I think Chuba's probably been sitting on the sidelines watching Rico actively take his roster spot or starting spot.
Yeah, it's rough. But, I mean, Rico, if the Panthers can have Rico Dowdle and Tet still looks really solid, they're building something. There's a little bit of hope there in Carolina.
Did you see that Bryce Young, when trailing, went a perfect passer rating, 10 for 10, 125 yards, and 3 touchdowns?
Yes, and then I saw a stat that was in Bryce Young's wins, in all his wins, all but one have came on a game-winning fourth quarter or overtime drive.
That shows a little bit of hope for the kid.
Does he have that dog in him once we get to the fourth quarter?
He might.
Is he a
He might. I feel like the Panthers are always in the games when it gets to the fourth. Like, you'll look up in the second quarter, be like, yeah, they suck. And then they come around the fourth, and you're like, oh, maybe they're frisky.
Yeah. Also, Rico Dowdle, he's just on a one-year deal. Like, it's expiring deal this year. He could be getting a monumental contract.
He's going to have to keep it up, that's for sure.
He's going to keep it up, but he's putting up Adrian Peterson. Like, that's the only person I can think of is Adrian Peterson numbers. Like, it's video game numbers. It looks silly. I know it's against the Cowboys defense, but no one else is doing it against Cowboys defense, so it's unreal.
Yeah, for sure. No, the Panthers are something. George Pickens, too. Like, the dude, he's going to make himself some money. He's solidifying himself as a wide receiver one. He had 168 yards, 9 catches, and a touchdown. Dude's a freak.
He's a freak. You give him a gunslinger QB, like he's been cooped up in Pittsburgh with bad quarterback play. You put him out there in Dallas, give him a gunslinger QB, and he's showing you what you can do. So I think like the Chiefs will probably be someone who will probably be interested if they have the funds because you have a good quarterback. Bills, I mean, their wide receivers looked pitiful last night. So big contender teams, I could see them there's going to be some sharks after George Pickens in the offseason.
For sure.
Yeah. I got a little take about Cam Ward. The Titans don't look good, and I know they lost their coach, but I feel like when I watch Cam Ward, I think of Sam Darnold, I think of Daniel Jones, like on a bad team with bad O-lines and not great weapons around him. He's in a bad situation. About year 5, year 6, he goes to the right team, and he's good again. Like I see that out of Cam Ward. Like it's early to tell. Like it's kind of like there's nothing really behind it. But when you watch him, you look at his situation. We see all these even Baker. Like Baker's another one. We see all these QBs that didn't fit well in their situation, but they weren't in good situations. It's not like they were plopped on an All Pro Bowl team, and then they leave. They get with a different coach. They get with a different system, different players, and they look good. So I could see a world where that's a Cam Ward in
possible.
4 or 5 years.
Yeah. So you think Cam Ward won't really do too much on the Titans, but maybe he'll leave and be okay?
That's what I'm starting to think. I think here's my reason behind it. Jackson Dart, Cam Ward, both rookie QBs. Jackson Dart, Cam Ward both have bad weapons. Jackson Dart probably has a little better O-line, but Jackson Dart looks like a very polished quarterback, and Cam Ward looks like he's 15. So
I mean, that O-line is fucking terrible.
It's terrible. I'm not, but the situations are somewhat similar in a sense. Like the Giants O-line is better, but we're still bottom 20 in every regards. It's just Andrew Thomas that anchors that left side. And so if he can look good with what we're giving him, Cam Ward can't look good with what they're giving him unless the Titans shell out and they know this guy's going to be good and they're convinced that he's going to do something. I don't see a world where he does anything with the Tennessee Titans.
I would love for the Bengals to go and get Brian Callahan. He took us to a Super Bowl calling plays. He was much better than fucking Zach Taylor. So we kind of saw that one coming.
Yeah, you get Brian Callahan back. I think Bengals fans have a new hope will be back for sure.
For sure, it would be. I would love that, but it's all right. We got to touch on the London game. That shit was pitiful.
We gotta stop doing it to London. I mean, they don't deserve this. They begged for football games. They begged and begged and begged, and we finally gave in to this. Make people on the East Coast wake up at 8:30, 9:30 in the morning to watch football, and junkies like us are gonna wake up and watch football. And then we just give them just piss poor games.
It sucks. It's terrible. It's terrible.
I don't know the last time I woke up, besides the Giants and Packers, 2 years ago, was a really good game. But that's the last time I remember a good game in London. It's good last time.
Justin Fields the team had negative 10 net passing yards. How is that even fucking possible?
He is so poor. He's a bad QB. Speaking about Justin Fields, I want to bring up a little shout out to my dynasty, one of my fellow dynasty members, gifting me a trade of. I was able to move off of Justin Fields and I think 27-year-old Josh Jacobs for Ashton Genty, Trevor Lawrence, and the first. What a time! What a time!
Oh man, maybe that dude shouldn't play any dynasty football anymore.
You might need to be cut from the league. Some league mates are mad, but I'm grateful that I got off of Justin Fields when he was high. Just wanted to throw that out there, a little fun little.
Aaron Glenn on the outs already.
Has to be.
He got to be. So there's Aaron Glenn, Mike McDaniel, Jonathan Gannon, Zach Taylor, is Kevin Stefanski
I don't think my problem with Stefanski is, and I've always been I think Stefanski's a good coach. I've been saying this, but how long can we say Stefanski's a good coach and then he doesn't produce?
I don't know.
How long can we keep saying that? I know a lot of people say that. I'm not the only. It's not a hot take. Everyone's always Stefanski's a good coach, but how long can he get away with that, hiding behind that curtain?
What do you think about Jonathan Gannon?
I think right now he's okay.
I don't think so, bro. The Cardinals blow. And Kyler Murray might not be good, bro. Come on, Jacoby Brissett looked very competent.
It was a revenge game. It was a revenge game for Jacoby Brissett. He wasn't ever going to I knew this was going to be a close game. I told you this was going to be a close game. It was a Jacoby Brissett get back game, and Kyler would have came in. It would have been a close game too. Kyler is usable. He's a very solid QB. He's not an insanely good QB, but he gets the job done. Is he going to win you a Super Bowl? I don't think so. Is he going to win you a playoff game?
No, he's not. Come on, don't do that. He's not. He's not. We
not
haven't
as
seen
bad.
anything from him.
He's not as bad as you think he is, but he isn't. He isn't great.
They're still waiting for him to break out. It's been half a decade, and the dude's still the same player.
I don't think they're waiting for him to break out. I think they've just become content with what he brings. Like
I don't
you
think
say
any
they're-
Cardinals fan is content with Kyler Murray. If somebody tell me if I'm wrong, but yeah.
Yeah.
Dolphins, Mike McDaniel.
So here's my thing about the whole like Tua Mike McDaniel and the press conference stuff. I was a very big Mike McDaniel's the problem up until this point, but my view has kind of changed because if Tua has the nerve and feels like he has to go and out upper management to everyone that there's a problem with that. I feel like Tua is the problem. Like if you're going to the public, you're going to the press. I think he's trying to find something to buy him more time to hope that he can do something that's just like serviceable. I don't think Mike McDaniel's doing a great job, but I think the fact that Tua is calling him out the way he is, I think it's Tua trying to hide that Tua's bad.
I think it's both of them. They both suck. Tua's interceptions are piss poor, but Mike McDaniel's I don't think is a good coach.
No, I don't.
Not
think
anymore.
No.
He needs to go. He needs to be an OC somewhere.
I think he'd be a good OC. He'd be a good fit. Like if you throw him with that Dallas offense, you think he could bring some life, throw him in a situation like that. But
Yeah.
I wanted to touch on the Bills for a little bit. The Bills can't, like everyone's like soupy for the Bills. Like everyone thinks the Bills are going to the Super Bowl. They can't do that when they're getting called for penalties and having turnovers. In the past 2 weeks, they've had 5 turnovers and got called for 19 penalties that have added up to 154 yards. You're not going to win football games. You're not going to win football games if you turn the ball over 5 times.
Not great. Not great.
And like they're a good team, and Josh Allen's a good player, and like I think the Bills as an organization is a good organization, but they gotta clean up whatever this.
They gotta clean it up. It's rough.
I don't know what it is. I don't know why, but it's uncharacteristic for the Bills. Turnovers are a little just because I know Josh Allen is just kind of a sporadic player, but the penalties that's not Bills football.
Yeah, I mean, if the Bills want to go to a Super Bowl, they need to figure that shit out before Joe Burrow and Lamar Jackson get healthy because the AFC is down right now, and this is the chance for them. So they need to pick it up. Speaking of Lamar Jackson being down, the Ravens are a fucking bummer to watch.
They are putrid.
They are so bad.
I'm a Josh Allen or not. I'm a Lamar Jackson like fan. I've been an advocate. I think I've always thought Lamar is a good player, but he has risen higher than I thought he could on my like mental board because the team that he was leading to wins. I know Cooper Rush is bad. Like I know he's a bad quarterback
For sure.
but you're still an NFL quarterback surrounded by an NFL team, and going into the year was thought to be the best NFL team on paper. You take away one
probably.
player, and you're the 0-16 Lions.
Yeah, I mean, they are banged up on defense too, but I mean, it doesn't excuse their play. I mean, I can't say much coming from the Bengals because we look just as dog shit as they do, but I mean, they both look fucking bad. Like, they both look terrible.
100%. It's I don't know. I think if I'm a Ravens fan, I'm begging to win the bye week. You're probably going to have Lamar back after the bye week. You hopefully have a couple of your defensive players back after the bye week. If you're a Ravens fan and you don't come out of this bye week with a win, the season's over. You're getting Arch Manning if you want him. Like, you got to come out of this bye week.
I think they'll be okay though. I think they probably come out of the bye week, beat the Bears, and they've got a pretty decently easy schedule afterwards. So I think they'll kind of start to climb the AFC again.
Oh, there's a world where the in 8 weeks the Ravens are number 1 in the AFC North, which is crazy to say, but the Bengals are laying over and dying. The Browns have always laid over and died, and the Steelers are they're not. They could
Right.
be,
I mean, they're good, but
but the Ravens are a better football team. It's
through and through,
still.
I would
I
say
wouldn't
so.
say it's wide open. Sorry, but the Bengals and Browns aren't making a run for it. But it's open for the Steelers and the Ravens.
Agreed. Yep. Anything else you want to touch up on, or you want to go to the next segment?
I know. I think I hammered on everything that I thought was crazy.
Hell yeah. All right. Sounds good. Welcome to the next segment. This is Studs and Duds, where we each give our best and worst performer from specific positions. We're going to split it up, do different positions every single week. And yeah, so I'll start us off. My stud quarterback of the week. There were a couple of different options I could have chose. My route, I went with Drake May. The dude was fucking crazy. I think there were probably some better stat lines in terms of pass yards, but he had 261 pass yards and 3 touchdowns. He lit up the Saints in the first half. He was extremely impressive to watch. I've been excited to see him progressing. I saw some crazy stat about the company he's in with his performance in the past couple weeks. He's been incredible, and I know he should have been easily over 300 passing yards. I know Stephon Diggs got called for an offensive pass interference. That was bullshit. And I know that Mac Hollins had a catch on the sidelines that he could have caught, and that would have put Drake May over 300. So my stud quarterback is Drake May.
Yeah, I mean, I know it was against the Saints, but there were some balls where, like, he was just threading the needle. He was putting it in the bucket. Like, it wasn't against a great football team, but he still looked phenomenal doing it.
For sure. And then my dud quarterback of the week. I don't think this is going to shock anybody. Justin Fields, you're up to bat, buddy. 9 for 17 for 45 pass yards, and the team finished with a net total of negative 10 pass yards. You suck. You're a fucking pumpkin. There's nothing for me to say about you that's good right now. You got to figure shit out because you're destined to be out of the league very quickly. Very quickly.
I think you got a layup for the bust of the week. I mean, this is the first time, I'm sure it's happened before. This is the first time I've seen a quarterback. He didn't finish with negative passing yards, but as the only quarterback playing in the game and the team finished with negative 10, I don't think I've ever seen that before. I've never, next level bad.
You know, he did it once actually with the Bears.
Negative 10 yards?
He had -1 net passing yards as a team. This is his second time doing it. Like,
Get Tyrod out there. Get him out there.
It's a mess. All right, go ahead.
I got running backs and wide receivers this week. I'll start with running backs. My stud of the week. A little conversation about it last night. I ended up going with Rico Dowdle. He had a great game. I mean, 30 rushes, 183 rush yards, 4 catches, 56 yards, and a touchdown, 239 scrimmage yards. I mean, he's putting up video game numbers. I want to shout out Bijan. Bijan had a really good week. But,
For sure, you gotta consider him.
But for Rico to do what he's doing, you said he broke the Panthers' all-time single-game rush record.
By 2 yards, or like scrimmage yard record for because I think him and McCaffrey, he broke it by 2.
So the fact that he's in company with McCaffrey already after playing 2.5 games, that's very impressive. And then my dud of the week, stats aren't like really really bad, but there's a little like behind the scenes stat that just made me in awe. It's Kenneth Walker. 10 rushes for 34 yards. It was 3.4 yards per carry. He only played 36.2% of Seahawks offensive snaps. What are we doing, Kenneth? You were supposed to break this year. This was supposed to be a Kenneth Walker year. And your 10 rushes for 34 yards is already bad. Like 3.4 yards per carry is not terrible. You're only getting 10 rushes, but you're only on the field 35% of the time. You got to be on the field more. You got to be more available. You just got
maybe that Zach Charbonnet shadow behind him is freaking him out a little bit. Maybe he's cracking under the pressure.
It's got to be something.
Go ahead. You can do wide receivers. I'll do tight ends last.
I also got wide receivers. My stud of the week. This one was tough. I had a couple options. I wanted to go with JSN.
Completely agree.
8 catches, 162 yards, and a touchdown. He averaged 20 yards per catch and had a 63-yard bomb. He's been unbelievable this year. I think JSN, like Puka getting hurt is definitely helping his case, but JSN might have argument for the best wide receiver this year. He's got 42 catches for 696 yards as of today, and so he's on pace for 1972, which is unreal numbers on the catches he has. Like Puka was on pace for more yards. Like I know he was on pace to have a crazy amount of yards, but he had like 20 more catches. Like JSN is a dog out there.
He's a threat.
He's looked unreal. And then my dud wide receiver of the week has got to go to Keenan Allen. Now, if you would have told me I saw this Keenan Allen stat at the beginning of the year, I would have been like, yeah, that's what he was going to do. But he's looked really, really good. He comes out, he has 7 targets, only catches 4 of them for 27 yards. You can't be doing that. Like, I know Ladd kind of broke out, but you still got to have more of a solid week. I felt like he was a non-factor, and I feel like he's part of the reason that the Dolphins came back. I mean, they really only had one wide receiver out there working with their running back out. Justin Fields couldn't get it to him because he couldn't get open.
For sure. Yeah, no, I think those are good. We'll wrap it up with tight ends. My stud tight end of the week. I kind of was considering 2. I decided to go with Trey McBride. Trey McBride had 72 receiving yards on 8 catches and a touchdown. The dude's a freak. He wanted that PI in the end zone to end the game. I don't know. But the dude's a monster. Yeah, the Cardinals struck gold with him. But yeah, easily stud tight end. I was considering Tyler Warren, but yeah, it's got to go Trey McBride.
For sure.
And then my dud tight end of the week. Give me the whole fucking Saints tight end room. Give me all of them, okay? Give me Foster Moreau. Give me Johnson. Give me the whole Saints tight end room. They had 3 catches.
Taysom Hill.
He had I think he had a rushing touchdown, but fuck him, include him. 3 catches for 23 yards. Do you want to help Spencer Rattler win a football game or not? Because it doesn't seem like they want to help him win a fucking football game because that shit is terrible, and you are the fucking dud of the week. All of you, everybody. Look in the mirror, y'all fucking suck. I'll give you Derek Carr, you give me your firstborn child, bottle of baby oil, and a used condom.
Fuck no.
Alright, bro. Fuck.
What's up, guys? This is Trade or Fade. I'm going to give Ethan 3 players, and he's going to decide if the Bengals should trade for them or not, and then he's going to give me 3 for the Giants to trade. Kind of what you'd be willing to give if there were too much, if there's a scenario where it would work out. So, my first Trade or Fade, Jalen Phillips, DN from the Dolphins.
I don't know. See, I'm at the point now where I'm like, I don't know if I would want the Bengals to. See, I say that, but I want the Bengals to try to win. But I don't know that the defensive line is a crazy problem right now, especially the edge side, just because we have Hendrickson, we have Joseph Osai, we have Miles Murphy, we have Shamar Stewart, who we just drafted. I would say probably fade. I don't think I would, unless we traded Hendrickson, which I think we probably should trade Hendrickson because he's on a 1-year deal. He ain't coming back. So I'm going to say fade.
Okay. I kind of agree. I think my thought process was if you don't have Hendrickson going forward, you probably need another edge rusher. He's good. He's fairly young. But I think fade is probably the right answer as of right now. Next one's a little funny. I know your secondary can look pretty bad at sometimes, so I wanted to know if you would go get Deontay Banks from my Giants.
Yeah, give me Deontay Banks. I'm trading for Deontay Banks. I don't care if he gets called for PIs or he gets burnt. He shows more promise than some of our corners in the room, and I would fucking appreciate that right now. So Deontay Banks, if he's not that expensive, give me him. I'm taking him.
Yeah, I don't think he'd be super expensive right now in the eyes of the organization. I know he's a little young, but he's had games where he's been unplayable, but then he's had games where he's made some good plays. So for a team like the Bengals, who have had some really poor secondary help, be a good player. And then my last player, this one's price tag would be high, but I want to know if you'd be willing to give it up for a mistake you could say you made in the past. Would you go get Panay Sewell?
Yes, 1,000 times yes, bro. Give up whatever fucking draft picks you need. Beef that fucking O-line up so I can have Burrow for a season, for an entire season, for many seasons. Get Panay Sewell. Get Panay Sewell right now. Go trade for him right now. I fucking want him. Yes, trade everything. Get him.
There we go. Good. I think those were all three probably the right answers as of right now to help the Bengals.
Yeah. All right. We'll switch it over. I'm going to go give Trevor 3. So I know you were mentioning wide receivers that you needed. So I thought of a wide receiver that has already stated that he wants out. Would you go and get Jacoby Myers?
Yes, that's. I feel like that's almost a no-brainer. As long as that's not a crazy price tag, we can get him for a 4th-round pick, like 3rd-round pick, 4th-round pick. I don't think we're gonna find a better wide receiver that's like as of right now, like better wide receiver in the NFL draft. Go get him. Like, he's worth it. He's gonna help Jackson Dart. He's gonna take the pressure off Malik Neighbors. It's gonna be great for the Giants. We gotta go get Jacoby Myers.
Yeah, for sure. I think Jacoby wouldn't be too expensive, and I think he could probably make a lasting impact, like, pretty right away. I think he'd help Dart a lot. So, yeah, Jacoby Myers, I think, would be a good wide receiver for the Giants to get. All right, next one. I know you guys have a pretty good cornerback room, so I knew that, I was going to take a shot and see what you thought of him. What if L'Jarius Sneed was offered?
See, I don't think I would go for L'Jarius Sneed. Unless the price tag is like low, and we could get him for cheap. Because like this year we're not winning. Like, this is not a win now year. L'Jarius Sneed, I don't know how long we could keep him under contract. I don't know what his contract looks like. I'm pretty sure he signed one a couple years ago, so it's probably about to expire. If we got him, it's probably going to be on an expiring deal. If we got him and he was under 3 years, we had him for 3 years, I think that would be a good get. But I'm going to say no for right now. I don't think he helps us enough.
I got nothing nice to say about L'Jarius Sneed. He's a fucking idiot, and I fucking hate him, so good fucking pick. All right, I know, last guy, I know that the right side of the offensive line has caused some issues, including some penalties. So I'm thinking bad team, good players. What if the Browns offered you Jack Conklin?
Bye. If you're telling me I got Andrew Thomas, Jack Conklin on the sides, Jackson Dart's going to have all day, and then whenever he wants to take off, the Red Sea's just going to part, and he's just going to be able to take off. Go get him. Like, I don't know if the price tag's probably going to be decent, but they're a selling team. They've got to be a selling team. Go get some help for Dart. Go back his ass up. I don't need him getting hurt. I need him and Scat to just live rent-free in that backfield, do whatever they want. Go get Dart some help.
For sure. No, I think Jack Conklin would be a good pickup for the Giants and could probably help right away. Final segment we've got for you guys is the crossover, talking about some other sports and just kind of the stuff that's been going around. I think we got to start it off with David Ortiz is saying, "Duh, Yankees lose." Shoot, did you freeze? He froze up. The man froze up. Well, I guess I can continue this conversation by myself until he rejoins. Okay, so I will. I'll wrap this up myself, I guess. David Ortiz talking about the Yankees losing was hilarious. Duh, Yankees lose. I feel like I said it all day long for multiple days. It was great to see. I hate the Yankees, so it's good to see them go down. The 15-inning, heroics from the Mariners was insane. That game felt like it was never going to end. Mariners, Tigers, they fought hard. I'm kind of happy to see the Mariners go on. I've got some family that lives out in the west side, and so it's cool to see the Mariners go, as I visited their stadium when I was like 6 years old, so that's really cool to see. NBA preseason, I'm a little nervous about the Celtics. I don't really know what that's going to look like for them. They kind of look a little shaky. I'm like, Luka Garza at the starting five? Gulp! But I'm a big Anthony Simons guy. I love the Trailblazers, so I think Simons will be able to succeed while Tatum's out as a scorer. Hey, speaking of the Trailblazers, Yang Hansen. Dude looks kind of nicey. I don't know if he's going to be solid or not, but I'm excited to see him play for sure. And then Khalil Ware, he might be Wembenyama's kryptonite. Have you noticed that when Wemby plays Khalil Ware, he kind of shuts him down a little bit. But yeah, no, it's kind of crazy. Khalil Ware, like, it's weird. He plays like Tim Duncan some nights, and then other nights he plays like Jackson Hayes. So I'm excited to see if he can kind of turn into something. We'll see what he can do. Last thing, I wish Trevor was in here, but he disconnected. James Franklin was just fired from Penn State. I kind of think we saw that one coming. Trevor was telling me that he thought he would get fired after next week, even if they won, just because he didn't know when to bench Drew Aller. Talk about an all-time fumble of not hopping in the NFL draft. Like, the dude had it kind of made for him last year, and he decided to stay, and Penn State's an utter fucking disaster right now. So that's very, very intriguing to see how that'll all play out. But that's about all I've got. Thank you for watching the Bengal and Goliath. I know he's not here right now, but we look forward to bringing you guys this segment, this podcast every single week. We hope you enjoyed. If you watched all the way through, you're a fucking champ. Appreciate that. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you guys soon. Peace.